we have begun the transaction with session.begin transaction, and here we have created a student object called OB using the student class, and you can see we can access its method using the student object. We can set their properties or private variables SID using the setter method called set SID, and we can set the property via GPA using the setter method called set GPA, and we can set the name. So this is how we can set the properties of the student object we have created. We are creating this object in order to enter to the student table in our database. Normally in other connection methods we enter a record to the database. Here what we are doing is we are creating an object and enter to the database. Likewise, we have set the value for the SID and GPA, name and age. Now after setting the object properties, we have to save the created object. Save the object OB in here, session SESS, the session we have created, and it has a method called .save. And finally we have to commit the transaction. Commit means we ensure that we tell that the transaction happened correctly and should be committed. And we are building the project. Right, then we go to our main.java file. So in main class, we have to create an object from data access class. We have created the object called DA from data access class, and then we can call to its create user method that we define in data access class. So we run the main, now it is successfully compiled, and we are going to insert the student called Yasita. We can run the project, we can run the main, and it is successful. Let's check the student table. You can see the record Yasita, a student called Yasita is in our table. We have entered this record using the uh, hibernate data connection method. Likewise, you can perform like this insert operation. You can perform the select and delete and update any kind of these database methods in order to deal with the database. Okay, we have discussed about database connection methods in C#.net and Java, and now we are going to demonstrate how to connect to the connect to a MySQL database in PHP language. So here we are using Macromedia Dreamweaver 8 for our demonstration. So we have to create a new PHP file, and I'm not going to use any graphical things combined with HTML. I just explain how the PHP coding is done for database connection. Right. First of all, we should have PHP installed in our machines, and I have used the WAMP server. It's pretty easy. So in its PHP myadmin, you are getting an interface to manage your MySQL database. So in my there's a database called student, and we have a table called student details in here, and it has fields SID, name, DIT, age and address. Right. Let's see how would be the code. We have to open PHP tags, and we have to specify what is the database. To hold that, we have to create a variable. You know, in PHP we are creating a variable with this $sign. I have created a variable called dbhost, and my database name is student, and here in MySQL there should be a particular user for access the database. So by default there's a root user. Then we are using here that default user that exists in the database, MySQL database. So the username will be root, and by default, since it is null, we have to keep